Let's Marsh, the Eddie Van Halen geek. In this channel, I explain how I understand and apply the Eddie Van Halen technique. 90% of the phrases I play are influenced by Eddie. That's why I call my guitar style the 5150 style, after Eddie. I think there are some useful guitar techniques for beginners as well, so I'd be happy if you could take a look at it in your spare time. I hope you all enjoy it. In this fourth installment of the 5150 style, I'm going to take a look at this phrase by Eddie Van Halen. This is a passage from Girl Gone Bad from Van Halen's album 1984. I will try to explain how to play the 6-note run-up phrase. So if you have never heard this song, please check out the link in the overview section. The point of this part is for the drums and guitar to breathe together perfectly, but if you listen closely, the note counts don't match. The drums first hit a 6-note series, then break on the next stroke. In other words, a total of 7 notes are struck. The guitar plays the first 2 and 16th notes, the next 3 and half-beat triplets, and the last notes may be interpreted as being played at the same time as the 7th hit of the drums. In other words, the guitar uses only 6 notes. Although the note counts do not match, the rolling nuances played by these two instruments are really similar and unifying. Eddie's picking is superb, like Alex's stick handling. Now, as for how to actually play it, I do this as follows. The first 3 notes are down hammering on down, then move to the upper string using the down again, and finally up picking and down picking. The key is to play the 3rd and 4th notes down with the same stroke. This way of playing is generally called economy picking. In my case, this economy picking enabled me to play with a rolling nuance. When I discovered this, I was happy because it was like a revolution had taken place within me. I think this was the 3rd revolution. Especially since my picking style is basically that of a blues player, I am very happy when I can play fast phrases smoothly. Since then, I began to think that I might be able to play more notes faster on more strings if I used economy picking better. So my enjoyment of playing the guitar has doubled. I felt more confident that I might manage to handle Eddie's fast phrases. Currently, I'm trying to see how far I can go by applying this picking technique to Eddie's various phrases. Please look forward to another article on tips for playing run-up phrases of 6 notes or more, which I hope to cover again. I forgot to mention one thing. The idea of playing this phrase with economy picking is my own. So, how does Eddie actually play this phrase? I'll tell you what I know about it. I had assumed for a while that Eddie must be using economy picking too, but I recently discovered on YouTube that this was not the case. It was very meaningful for a guitarist like me that many of the older songs from Van Halen's 2013 tour made it into the set list. It is my bliss to be able to confirm the unexplained phrases on video. Do you know how wonderful that is? The 2013 video is like riding in a time machine and peering into the past. I think it is really wonderful. Van Halen's last tour is really great. Thank you, Van Halen. I digress, but as it turns out, Eddie played these 6 notes as follows. This was the way Eddie played it. It was played with alternate picking except for the hammering on. But when I learned that fact, I didn't even think about changing the way I played anymore. I knew that my habits and preferences that I had acquired over the years would affect me, and that I would inevitably not be able to match Eddie's way of doing things. It's more meaningful to take a cue from Eddie's performance and expand my world. I will never be Eddie himself. It's only natural that there are different ways of doing things. I think intermediate and advanced players in particular should develop their own style, because I think that's what they should do. So I decided to take the path of developing economy, picking on my own. It will be interesting to see how far we can develop this run-up phrase from here. I hope everyone will follow Eddie and Alex's example and strive to achieve that level of performance. And I hope you will write and express yourself in many songs. Yes, well, that's all for this issue. How did it go? Again, what I show in the 5150 style video is just an example of how I understand and utilize the Eddie Van Halen technique. There are 10 different interpretations of the technique for every 10 people, so it's up to you how you use what you learn. It may sound contradictory to say this when I am in the position of posting videos on YouTube, but to be clear, the most important part of music and guitar cannot be learned from YouTube videos. It is important to be willing to use your ears to learn and to be generous with your time. It is very important to feel the nuance and feeling with your ears. Even if it is wrong, it is very important to spend time thinking, how is it played, and try this and that, and it is very important to spend that time. There are no shortcuts. That is why I want you to spend as much time as you can with the notes. That's what I think. The watchword is keep on rocking, right? See you soon. Bye-bye.